Hello and welcome to Knights at the Game Table. We're here at our Warhammer house just outside of Austin, Texas, where we're running our week-long Warhammer retreat. And tonight I'm going to be taking on one of our guests, Shelton, with his brand new force of Tau against my Orks. Who's going to win? Watch the episode and find out.
To keep up to date with everything at Knights at the Game Table, all you have to do is click subscribe and then hit that tiny little notification button next to it, so every time we upload a new video, YouTube will be sure to let you know.
And while you're watching, don't forget we're giving away a start collecting box of your choice every month. To be entered into the draw, just share this video and then comment down below to let us know you have. You can pick anything from 40,000 or Age of Sigmar. If you're a person that doesn't take yourself very seriously, you could take an army like Demons of Slaanesh. And if you're a person that doesn't take yourself seriously at all, you could take the Tau. You could also be like our recent winner, Riley Palmer, who took home a box of Malignants. While you're taking care of that, I'm going to go get ready for the match.
I have my Tau army, and it is organized into 2 battalions. There are 3 commanders in XV8 battlesuits, and there are 3 strike teams, each of which has a Markalite Sisui with it, and there's Ethereal, who is the commander, I guess, and gives me lots of additional abilities. And there is also a Riptide, which has the heavy burst cannon on it, and it has 2 shield drones and 2 Markalite drones. And there's a Cadre Fireblade with the strike teams, and when they are at less than half range, they get an extra shot with their pulse rifles, which is what they've got. So I'm hoping that that will work out well, because those weapons have a really long range, so I could use the extra shots when these guys get close.
Today we're bringing a Blood Axe Battalion. Our HQ units are a War Boss on a War Bike. He has got a Killer Claw and a Combi Scorcher. We has also got a Weird Boy. Then our troops is 2 lots of 30 boys, 19 with Chopper and Slugger. We've got 10 with shooters, and in each of those we've got a Knob with a big chopper and a Combi Scorcher. Then there's 10 grots to fill out the battalion. We've also got ourselves a Dakar Jet with 6 super shooters and a truck, what is currently carrying 3 Mega Knobs with Combi Scorchers and Power Claws, a Knob with a Wire Banner, and the Weird Boy, aforementioned Weird Boy. There is also a cheeky Pain Boy hiding out in the midst of the rest of things, what is looking to prevent people from falling over, even if he has to stitch their heads back on after they slips off, which is what he is good at. Right, bring it. Today we will be playing War of Attrition. Each player adds up the power rating of all enemy units that are destroyed during the battle. At the end of the 5th battle round, the player with the highest total wins the battle, even if their own army has been wiped out. So, I finished deploying my army first, so I is +1 on the roll to go first. Good luck, Shelton. That's a 4 + 1 for 5.
1.
That's a 1. Alright, you can still try to seize the initiative by rolling a 6. That is a 3. Makes it my turn. Alright then. So, in my movement phase, I've slogged my grots and my boys forward with a bit of an advance. My truck has advanced and hidden behind this other building, War Boss on the War Bike behind him, and the Dakar Jet has flown across the back of my playing field and is staying there for now. I'm thinking I don't want to try for a turn 1 to jump, because I'm going to eat Overwatch from 30 Fire Warriors with Rapid Fire and a Cadre Fireblade, which could conceivably actually kill 30 boys. So when I go for that, I want to have backup to make multiple charges, stick a vehicle in there first, and maybe not get completely screwed. Therefore, I'm keeping it back a bit, advancing slowly forward. The Pain Boy is in position to soak up the wounds, the Grots are in position for a Grot Shield, and the Dakar Jet is going to start whittling down some of them Fire Warriors so they give me less hassle. On to the shooting phase. Dakar Jet is going to fire at the lot of Fire Warriors on the roof closest to it. Is going to hit on 5s. Fours. It's going to be on fours because all its super shooters are firing at the same target. There we go. Alright, we got 3 dagger rolls. 13 hits, strength 6, tough 3, so we're wounding on 2s. 12 saves, AP -1 for the group of fire warriors on the roof. 5 do die, so that squad is wiped. Alright, it's the end of my turn 1. I've taken out 1 squad of fire warriors, which is about all I was hoping for this turn, and about to see how much damage that tower are going to do to me when they shoot me with about 92% of their army strength.
I'm not going to move in the movement phase. I'm going to go directly to my combat phase, or shooting phase. So I've got some marker lights to use, and I'm going to use a marker light stratagem. Marker light drone is going to shoot these guys. And what he's trying to do is make it easier to hit these guys and eliminate their cover. 3.
Nope.
Okay, so then I've got to get another marker light drone. Nope.
Alright, so the old squad needs to shoot. So
Okay.
go, old squad shoots this, do the marker light first. That's where you're
Okay.
at.
Okay.
So first of all, marker light, it's on a 4.
Nope. 2 hits. And then I have to see if I wound.
So I was using Grot Shield here, so the Grots will bodyguard some wounds off my boys if this works successfully. 2 incoming, so I was going to throw these, looking for 2-ups. Well, one of them's failed apparently. So then my boy attempts to save on a 5-up. He does not. The Pain Boy will heal him on a 6. He does not. One of these Grots is slain as a result of being used as a meat shield.
So we'll start with the ones on the right, again shooting at the same set of boys. And I need, what, a 4 to hit with the marker light?
4 to hit the marker light, yes.
3.
You had no luck with them marker lights at all. However, you've hit with all of them, so that's pretty good. Wounded on 3s. So, Grot Shields. 2 dead Grots.
Now we're on the next squad, up for marker lights again.
Marker light connects.
Finally. So I'm going to use the uplink marker lights to add a D3 of marker lights to that. And that, if I do well, will eliminate their cover. 2.
Yep, but you
Roll
want
a
3,
3.
so no cover for me anymore.
And I'm down to 12 command points from my start of 13. And so now these are shooting with no cover on the boys. 2 hits.
Okay.
And 2 wounds.
To the Grots on 2-ups. Yep, 2 dead Grots.
Okay. Last 2 squads firing at the boys. 5 hits. See if they wound. 4 wounds.
Alright, 2-ups to shift them. 2 do not shift. So we got 2 saves at 6-up because no cover. Nope. And Pain Boy will save on a 6. Saves 1. So we got a dead boy and 2 dead Grots.
The Riptide is going to shoot at the same set of boys. I'm going to use the Nova reactor to bump the shots from 12 to 18. 1.
Just the 1-1.
13 hits, wounding on 3s.
That's 9 boys, taking 2 hits each, -2 AP, so even with their Blood Axe cover, they can't save. So the Doctor has to roll a double 6 for each of them to try and save them. 1, no. 2, no. 3, no. 4, no. 5, yes. 6, no. 7, no. 8, no. 9, no. 10, no. 11, no. So 10 dead boys.
Okay, so they're out of range. So these guys are out of range and they gotta wait. And so I think that's the end of my turn.
In my movement phase, the more wounded squad of boys has advanced, the less wounded squad of boys has just moved. The weird boy has jumped out of the truck and has moved closer to the enemy, but is still in range to jump the larger bunch of boys. The pain boy has moved up as far as he possibly can. Meganobs and Wow Banner have also jumped out of the truck and they've moved towards the Tau. The Dackerjet has unfortunately been obliged to get quite close to those great big suits on top, which I didn't really want. Unfortunately, being a jet, it has to rotate 90 degrees, move 20 degrees, and unless I want to fly off the board next turn and die anyway, I have to go where I don't really want to be. So, he's going to be exposed to fire, which I'm not excited about, but he's going to try and take out some fire warriors before he goes. I'm going to try and tie up some more. These Meganobs are going to unload their Scorchers. The truck's going to try and bother the Riptide, and we'll just see how it all goes. So, first up is Psychic Phase, and the weird boy is going to attempt to manifest a jump on this lot of boys here. He has got no bonus to this, so he needs a 7. And he's good on a 7. It's shooting time. We're going to try and whittle down some of these fire warriors now. So, Daggerjet is going to unload on the other lot on the roof, same as before. Hitting on 4s. 2 dagger shots. Both good. 9 hits, wounding on 2s. 6 saves on the fire warriors. AP -1, they're in cover, so 4 ups.
All dead.
Oh, you failed 5, that was unlucky. Alright, the boys are going to fire into the, what the British would call the first story, but the Americans call the second story. We'll call it the first level above the ground level, shall we? Furthest away group of fire warriors, my left, Shelton's right. They are firing shooters and sluggers. They only hit on 5s and they're not nearly as exciting as the Daggerjet. Only 1 dagger. 4 hits, wounded on 3s. That is 3 saves on this group of fire warriors. You'll be saving on a 3-up because you're using cover. No AP on this. Unlucky. Big shooter on the truck going on the same squad. He hits on 5s. Just a 1, wounding on a 3. 1 more save. 3 up.
3.
You're good. Meganobs is going to fire their combi Scorchers into the fire warriors on the bottom level. This is 3d6 auto hits. Just 7. This is going to wound on a 3. Shelton has 5 saves at -1, using cover, so 4 ups.
2 saved.
Alright, it's 3 of them down. Time for the charge phase now. I'm going to attempt to tie up some of this Overwatch. So the truck is going to charge the Riptide and the Fire Warriors on the bottom level.
This is the Fire Warriors doing their 6 shots.
Yep. 1, you're going to wound on a 5 versus the truck.
1.
Does wound. Truck saves on a 4. No, it's a wound on the truck. And the Riptide. So first of all, wounding on 4s.
Okay. 2 more.
2 and 3. Alright, saves at -2. Made 6. So 1 goes through on a 6. It'll be ramshackle and take 2 wounds. Alright. Down to 7. Alright, now I have to roll for my charge. That's a 9, so we're good. Now the boys are going to charge both units of Tau on the bottom floor.
So I've got Fire Warriors with 36 shots hitting on 5s. 12 hits, wounding on 3s. So that's 3 that didn't.
9.
9.
Alright, so before we even get onto those monster suits on the roof, I've got 9 saves to make. We're looking for 6s. That's 2. And then the Doctor will attempt to stitch up these 7 boys. He stitched them right up. Only one save, so 6 boys die to that, and then he moves on to the suits.
So now we're in range for the suits. We'll start with the burst cannon.
Everyone else only gets on 6s.
Wounding on 3s. 3 missed, 3 did not wound, and 4 did. So 4 wounds.
Alright, 4 more saves on a 6.
What is that, damage 2?
Damage 1.
Damage 1.
Standard burst cannon. And Doctor on 6s. Doctor is in. 3 more die.
Next we've got
Fusion blasters.
Fusion blasters.
That's
and
just
that's
4 shots.
Just 4 shots hitting on 5s. 1 hit. Did not wound. 12 shots of a cyclic ion blaster hitting on 5s. Wounding on 3s.
Yep.
4 wounds.
Can't save cyclic iron blaster, but the doctor will patch him up on 6s. Nope, 4 dead boys. Alright, that was a lot of boys lost to the Overwatch, and now I need to make my charge on a 9, or it will all have been for naught. Here we go. That is a 2 and a 4, so I'm going to re-roll the 2. Looking dicey. Oh, it's a 5, we're in! Just. Oh, that would have been about game over if I hadn't made that. Alright then. So 9 is exactly going to put me right up to the cusp. Alright, now the Mechanolith is going to charge the Riptide. He's tied up in combat, so they're looking good. They're in on a 10, alright. Charging the Banner Knob. He's in on a 9. Boss Bike needs a 6. And he's got it. Alright, combat time, and the first thing what's going to happen is that the Mechanolith is going to lay into that Riptide and see if we can take it down. So, they've got 3 attacks each for 9. And they're hitting on 3s. They're power claws, but -1, so +1 from the Banner Knob. So, looking for 3s. Alright then. So it's 3 misses. We're strength 8, so we're going to wound on a 3. That's 5 going through. AP -3.
First shield drone.
Moves the wound on a 2.
Right. 4.
Yep. Save the drone on a 5.
4. Lost the drone.
Pops the drone. Second shield drone. Moves the wound on a 2.
4.
Save the drone on a 5.
4.
And now, do you want to move one to one of your MacLeod drones?
Okay.
2. Yep, moves it. He can't save,
He
it's a
doesn't.
MacLeod drone, so
Right.
he pops. And then you got 2 saves at 5 up.
5.
Alright, okay, so he's made one of those, so D3 from the claw is going to go through into the Riptide. That is 2 damage to the Riptide.
So now we're down to 12.
Alright, Boss Knob will now go into the Riptide. He's looking for 2s. And he's rolled 3 1s. What is my life today? Oh my goodness. This is a disaster. We're wounded on a 3, we're rerolling fails because of the Killer Claw. That does wound, so AP -3 on the Riptide again.
4.
4. So that goes through, you're going to take flat 3 damage on that. And finally, Banner Knob, 3 attacks, hitting on 2s. All it. Wounding on a 4. 1 save, 80, so 2 up on him.
3.
Alright, he's good. Truck, 3 attacks with the Wrecking Ball, also on the Riptide. Looking for 5s on the truck because it can't fight for Toffee. Well, we've made 2 of them, look at that. Strength 8, so we win on 3s. 1 save at -1 on the Riptide, so you need a 3 up.
1.
1, alright, 2 more damage to the Riptide. Fighting, I'm going to pile in the boys now. Boys on the Fire Warriors. I'll put 26 attacks into the big squad and 30 attacks into the small squad. So, small squad first. In on 3s, wounded on 3s. It's 5 saves on the 2 Fire Warriors looking for 4s.
1 hit.
Oh, 1 Fire Warrior survives. Other boys into the 5 Fire Warriors. 20 hits, wounded on 3s. 11 saves on the 5 Fire Warriors.
So 4 did not.
1 left alive, look at that. So we'll put the Boss Nom into the single, one of the single remaining Fire Warriors, doesn't really matter which. So 3s, it's 2s, all hits. So 3 saves at -1 on the leftmost squad.
Nope.
No, alright, so you're going to lose one of them. You got a Fire Warrior and presumably a Cadra Fireblade that can fight back now because it looks like I've engaged him.
2 hits.
Alright, you're going to wound on 5s.
2 hits.
Alright then. 2 more dead boys. That is the end of my turn. I did not damage the Riptide as much as I was hoping. I should have focused down the drones with a bit of shooting, and then also my War Boss apparently has forgotten how to fight rolling 3 1s. I've got an insanely difficult bravery test, morale test on those boys. So they're going to exhibit insane bravery for 2 command points and automatically pass it. Puts me down to 5, and it's Shelton's turn 2.
So basically what I've done is I've moved this unit forward so he can shoot those guys down there, moved the Cadre Fireblade and the Ethereal up out of harm's way a little bit, moved the last Fire Warrior that was on the ground floor up to the first floor.
First floor above ground.
First floor above ground, and moved the Riptide over here. He's able to disengage because he has fly, and he can just leave that combat and turn around and shoot them. So that's one of his advantages. And now it's really hard for all of these ground guys to get to him, and he's hopefully going to blow them up before they get up there. Okay. So I'm going to use 3 command points for the Ion Beam Stratagem. And then I roll 2d6 to figure out how long the ion beam is. It is 5. So I have a 5-inch long ion beam. Okay, so basically I've got these guys, the boss and the truck. So, okay.
So Meganobs.
So Meganobs, 2.
Ah, unlucky. All right, so Bannernob, you need a 5.
Nope.
Warboss, you need a 5.
Nope.
And truck, you need a 4.
Yes.
Alright, D3 mortal wounds on the truck. Alright, truck goes down to 5.
Fusion blasters from the Crisis battlesuit with Commander in it on the Daka Jet. 3 hits, wounding on 3s. 3 wounds.
Alright, I can't save, so you're going to do D6 best of 3 times over. So 2D6, pick the best.
3, 6, and 3 more for a total of 12.
12 exactly destroys my Daka Jet, so we're going to see if it crashes and burns. It does not, but it is removed from the battlefield.
Start with these guys on those.
And I would overcharge them.
3 shots each, so that'll give me, with overcharge, that'll give me 12.
Overreach even.
Oh wow, lots of ones to reroll though. 11 hits, wounding on 2s.
Alright,
Ten
Meganob's
save.
got 2 up save, -1 for the cyclic ion, so I'm looking for 3s. 1, 2, 3, 4 failed saves. Alright then. So these guys have got 3 wounds each. So first of all, D3 wounds.
3.
Kills a Meganob. Again.
D3 wounds. 1.
So Meganob left on 2 wounds. Again.
D3 wounds. 1.
So Meganob on 1 wound. And finally,
2.
2. Alright, so that's killed 2 of my 3 Meganobs.
Okay, so 24 shots from the strike teams against the boys, aided by the Fireblade. Wounding on 3s.
11 saves, looking for 6s. 9 dead.
4 burst cannons for a total of 16 shots on those guys, and they're hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. And they all hit. That should be 10.
Alright, 10 saves, looking for 6s. Made 2, 8 dead.
So I'm going to use the smart missile systems on the ground floor guys and reroll 1. So 6 hits.
Wound on 3s.
Wound on 3s. So the Riptide hit with 6 of his missiles, 5 of which wounded, and that was on the boys on the ground floor.
1 save, 4 dead boys. 1 lonely knob remaining.
I'm going to have him go on the knob. So 18 hitting on 4s. So hit 14 times. Heavy burst cannon. Wounding on 3s.
Alright, 8 saves, need 4s, can't fail more than 1. I've failed more than 1. The Meganob is done. So I've got morale, I'm going to spend 2 command points to save the lone knob, puts me down to 3, and then this lot here, they lost 8, their leadership is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13, so I need to not roll a 6, and I did not roll a 6.
Sweet.
So is that in your turn?
Yeah.
The singular knob has stayed where he is. He's going to get a no Overwatch charge onto things above him, which is really good. The 13 boys there, I wish they'd failed morale, because if they'd rolled a 6, then one would have run away. There'd been 12 left, and 12 can fit into a truck. Because there's 13, they're too busy arguing about who gets left out, and they don't get to get in at all. Warboss has positioned himself to allow both the boys and the pain boy, well, both advanced, to charge, using his elongated base to be just within 6 inches of either of them. Banner Knob, who's looking to charge the Riptide. The Pain Boy rolled bollocks all in his advance roll, so we can't get in, and the Weird Boy is positioned for a smite on the Riptide. We need this to be beyond good, we need this to be incredible. So, the Weird Boy is going to smite that there Riptide, and I really need 12 here. 11 would be good. Oh, that is 10. I'm going to spend a command point to reroll the 1. So to reroll the 4, see if we can get 5 up and make this a really big smite. No, it's just a 9. So that smite's going to do D3 to the Riptide. 3 more wounds on the Riptide. Onto the shooting phase, and the Warboss is going to fire his Combi Scorcher and dagger guns into the Riptide. So, dagger guns looking for 5s. Alright, 3 dagger. 2, 4, 6, 7. Wounded on 5s. That's one save on the Riptide.
3.
Shooter element of his Combi Scorcher. 1 hit. Needs 5. No. And then the Combi Scorcher part of his Combi Scorcher has 5 auto hits. Wounded on 5s. That's 1 save at -1 on the Riptide. Needs a 3 up.
2.
Takes a wound.
Command point, reroll it. 2.
No, still takes a wound. I'll fire the big shooter on the truck at the Riptide, because while miracles are happening, let's see if we can seize a few more. 1 hit. Wounded on a 5. No. Alright, the lone boss knob on the ground floor is going to charge both the strike teams on the level above, all the strike teams on the level above him. They cannot see him, so they cannot overwatch. They've forgotten he is down the stairs and they're pointing their guns out the windows. So, he needs a 4 to connect with any of them. And that's an 8, so he's good. And then these 13 down here are going to charge the Cadra Fireblade, the 1 and the 3.
12 Overwatch hitting on 5s, because we're Tau. Hit on 6 of them. All wounds.
Alright, 6 saves, looking for 6s. Alright, so 5 boys failed their saves, so I'm going to remove 5 models from the board. And now for this charge, we need a 9. Here we go on the 2. For 10, we're in. We charge the banner knob into the Riptide. He's going to need a 8. Here we go. That's a 10. Fighting, we got 6 boys and a boss knob on the unit of 2. Let's do the boys first. So 3s and 3s. 7 saves on the 3 fire warriors, sorry. No, 3 failed at least, so those fire warriors are dead. Boss knob with a chopper on the group of 5. 2 hits, wound on 2s. 2 saves at -1. Made 1, so 1 dead fire warrior. He's going to sneakily consolidate like this around this lone single fire warrior. Alright, so banner knob swinging on the Riptide. 2, sorry, because he's a banner knob. And we're going to wound on 4s. 1 save on the Riptide. 80.
3, that saves.
That saves. Alright then. So your Riptide gets to fight back.
Nope.
Alright, and then your 1 fire warrior, it's that big group of boys. 1 attacking on a 5.
Rolled a 6.
Nice. Hang on, wait, he's a Sashui, did he have 2 attacks? Yes, that's why I have 2 attacks. Roll another one.
Also 6.
All right then.
Brave Sesame.
All right, wounded on 5s.
1.
Oh, look at that. All right, I need a 6 to save. He's punched out an orc. Unbelievable.
If he survives this, he gets to become a fire cadre.
That's an embarrassment to the Green All days. All right, then you got 4 fire warriors walking in that boss knob. So one of them is actually so 5 attacks in on 5s. All right then, wounded on 5s.
1.
Saving on 6. No, he's a boss knob though, so he's down on 1.
So he's also been punched by probably a Sesame.
He has, but he hasn't fallen over though. So, that is the end of my turn 3. I did not kill the Riptide, it was never likely, but I had my fingers crossed when I rolled a 10 on that smite, and I re-rolled looking for the 11. Didn't get it for the D6 smite. I have cunningly trapped a fire warrior with my biggest remaining unit of boys, which would be impressive if my biggest remaining unit of boys weren't about 6 models strong.
Do they have to roll morale?
As is, they probably have to make morale, didn't they? How many died? 5? Oh, 5 in Overwatch, and then 1
From being punched.
from being punched.
Which is embarrassing.
That is embarrassing. Right, so actually they've got a morale problem here. We've got to not roll high. Oh my god, we've rolled a 5. I'm going to spend my last command point to re-roll that. Come on, lads. We can't be running away from the tower in a fist fight. That's just embarrassing. 3. All right then. So 6 died. Plus 3 is 9. Leadership 7. 2 orcs are going to run away, scared of the 1 tower they've got surrounded.
So recap my movement phase. Basically, I've sidestepped this guy so he can either shoot this stuff or smack that guy if he needs to. This guy's come down to focus his attack on the war boss. This guy's just moved to make sure he has a clear shot at the truck, and this guy's going to come in and blow up the pain boy. And the fire warriors have arranged a firing squad for the guy.
The boss knob was fallen over prematurely.
In anticipation.
He knows what's coming.
He knows what's coming. So 4 fusion blasters. Hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s.
Okay, so 2d6, pick the highest.
5.
That's 5. Okay, so hang on. That will kill the truck unless I can roll a 6 for the truck's ramshackle ability, which I can't. So the truck is gone.
Okay.
So see if the truck explodes. On a 6, it will blow up. It does not blow up.
Next, I think we need to work on the war boss.
Cyclic iron blasters.
Cyclic iron blasters.
I would overcharge him if I were you again.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
All right, so you're wound on 3s. 18 minus 1, saving on 5s. I've rolled incredibly well there. 3 go through. D3 for the first one.
1.
D3 for the second one.
1.
D3 for the third one.
1.
That is impossibly unlucky. He's actually on 4.
So I'll just unload into the war boss, and so that's going to be 18 shots. And that's hitting on 4s. And rerolling 1s.
Wooden on 3s.
4 wounds.
4 wounds, alright. Saving on 6s. I failed 3 of them, so the war boss is down.
And I still have the Gatling gun. And that is 16 shots.
Wounded on 3s. Right, Pain Boy saves on 6s. He will prevent wounds to himself on 6s. Not nearly enough, he is dead. Now you've got the firing squad inside the building. 4 shots, so 4, 12, hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s.
8 hits. Wounding on 3.
3s.
Does not look good for the for the 1 hit point. 7 wounds.
Boss knob, 7 saves, needs 7 6s. No, I'd have bought a lottery ticket if I got that. All right then. He is out of it. Alright, then your fire warrior gets to fight my boys. Looking for 5s.
The Fire Warrior did not punch another orc to death.
Let's do the boss bomb first. 3s. 2s. 2 saves at -1. The Fire Warrior dies. So we'll consolidate into Counter Fireblade. Counter Fireblade can fight if he likes.
3 attacks hitting on 3s. Here we go. All 3 hit.
Wounding on 5s.
5s. One wound.
Saving on 6. Dead boy. My morale's sake. 1 died. Rolled me 6. 2. They're fine.
So, and now we're done with the turn.
So at this point, I've got a weird boy, a banner knob, and like 5 boys left versus 3 commanders in crisis suits, all of which could probably annihilate that by itself, plus a Riptide. The best case scenario is I kill a Riptide and then I get annihilated by the commanders in crisis suits. Flying and shooting is just way too much for me at this point. So at this point I concede. Shelton, very well played, sir. You have won.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, that was a disaster. I think that this was not the best list for fighting Tau. I have to say I'm very unfamiliar with Tau, and this is my first or second proper game against them in all the time I've been playing, as we do not have an own Tau army here in Ice at the Game Table yet. It's like the last outlier we need to sort out. So, yeah, this was not the list. I thought the Pain Boy would be helpful, and the Blood Axe thing and a bit of grot shielding would allow me to survive for a turn or so, and that did happen. But then Overwatch was so devastating, and dealing with so many flying crisis suits with that heavy firepower was a problem. The boys running away after being punched by a Fire Warrior was obviously a little bit embarrassing. But Shelton played very well. He used the terrain to his advantage, sat on top of buildings with the crisis suits, and made my life very, very difficult. So, well played to him. Good job. Nice one.
So in terms of what I did well, I think the Tau fielded a really good army, and I set up to kind of leverage their shooting capabilities. I probably should have put some units a little bit further in front to prevent the orcs from charging into the building. That was a bit of a mistake on my part. And you know, my opponent did really well with the troops that he had. I think that the mix of troops did not go in his favor because I had crisis suits and could just stand on top of buildings and shoot him pretty much all day, and he couldn't really do a whole lot about that. So, so basically, the Tau technology advantage won the day.
Well, there you have it. Orcs versus crisis suits in a cityscape with skyscrapers. A little bit too many buildings in the way for the boys. If you've enjoyed this episode, you can see more battle reports just like this one in our members area, along with painting tutorials and top-winning tournament tactics from Nick Nanavati. For more information, just check out the link down in the description, and we'll see you next time on Nights at the Game Table.